Hello, my name is Aubrey Hill and I'm going to be doing the mini lesson for our plant life cycle lesson on our key vocabulary terms. Before we begin our mini lesson, we are going to have our students watch a video by Eric Carle, and after that lesson we are going to ask the students about words that they heard many times throughout the video and words that they think might be necessary to understand the meaning of because they may appear many times throughout our lesson. The very first term that we felt was most important is life cycle. The life cycle is the process of living, growing, dying, and changing. We felt it was important for students to understand this term because it is what they will be doing over the next few weeks. They will be watching their plant grow and change, and then they will see the plant die. The next important term is seed. The seed is what the plant starts out as. The start of a plant that contains the nutrients for a plant so it can begin to grow. We want to stress to students that seeds can be very many different shapes, sizes, and colors. Before we go into depth about the other parts of the plants that are important, we want to talk about the things that helps seeds grow. The first thing we are going to talk about is soil. We felt that soil was an important term because oftentimes we think of soil as dirt, but soil contains certain nutrients that help the plants grow. Soil also holds in water, and it is where the roots grow and attach. The next thing that is very important for plants to have in order to grow is water. While many students may know what water does, they don't necessarily know what water does for the plant. They know that they can drink water and they know that they can swim in water, but they don't know that water takes nutrients from the soil and it transports it through the plant. Sunlight is also very important when talking about the life cycle of a plant. Sunlight is what gives the plant energy to grow. Now these are the three most important things that we felt needed to be touched on because of what they do for the plant. The next word or term that we felt was most important was roots. A root is the part of the plant that absorbs water and minerals from the soil. We talked about how the roots grow in the soil. The roots attach in the soil and the plant grows up from there. In the picture I provided an arrow pointing to the roots for students to be able to see what a root is as well as understand what it is. Our next term is sprout. A sprout is when the seed begins to grow, and it's an all new growth to a plant. The top picture shows a picture where the seed is still sprouting underground, and the bottom picture shows where the seed is still sprouting above the ground. We felt that it was important that students understand that sprouting continues to occur until the plant is fully grown. The stem is the part of the plant that gives support and carries water and minerals and food throughout the plant. The stem is pointed at in the picture, and it is just the tall piece of the plant. We felt that this term was important because not all students may understand what the stem does for the plant. The leaves is the part of the plant that absorbs sunlight and makes food. So again, that's why we talked about sunlight, because sunlight directly affects the way the plants grow, and the leaves are what absorbs the sunlight. The last term we want to leave students with is a flower. A flower is what happens at the very end of the growth. Not the end of the life cycle, but the end of the growth. When the plant is done growing, it will grow a flower. And the flower usually has color. The flower makes the seeds so the life cycle can start all over again. And this is usually done by the way of the wind blowing and it landing in soil, etc. In the picture provided, there is an arrow pointing towards the flower so the students again can see what the flower is as well as understand what the flower does. Thank you.